Oh God, I mean, we went through some very traumatic events. This incredible stuff was happening in my career. And at the same time, he was going through the trial. It was a lot of stuff to do.
Know who I am. This is what it is.
Remember when Diddy and JLo were the ultimate power couple? Well, things were way messier than they seemed. From wild parties to shocking scandals, their love story had it all. Drama, secrets, and now some dark truths that nobody saw coming. So let's look back to 1999 when Puff Daddy was still Puff Daddy, riding high in the music world with his second studio album Forever on the way. At the same time, Jennifer Lopez, or JLo as she's known now, was on the rise, but she wasn't yet the global superstar she would become. Back then, JLo was mostly known as a dancer and actress, with her breakout role being in the biopic Selena, where she absolutely killed it, portraying the late singer Selena Quintanilla Perez. That role was a huge stepping stone for her, helping her into music. Now, this is where Diddy comes into the picture in a big way. Just 2 years after JLo was featured in Diddy's Been Around the World music video, she dropped her debut album on the 6th. Guess who had a hand in shaping that album? Yep, Diddy himself was one of the producers, and he even featured on one of the tracks, Feelin' So Good. But it wasn't just behind the scenes where Diddy had influence. He was heavily involved in the making of the music video for JLo's lead single, If You Had My Love. That video, by the way, was iconic, reflecting the whole early internet era with its futuristic website theme, right when the dot-com bubble was at its height. As Diddy and JLo worked together more, rumors started swirling around that they were more than just friends. This was right after JLo's marriage to Ojani Noah ended and the gossip got intense. Although she tried to downplay the rumors on talk shows, like when she told David Letterman that Diddy was just a friend, it didn't take long for the truth to emerge. The couple made it official when they showed up together at the MTV Video Music Awards in September 1999. By then, Diddy was a big music mogul and JLo was quickly rising to fame, making their romance a hot topic in the media. It was clear that their connection was intense and media couldn't get enough of them. They were one of the most talked about couples, with fans fascinated by the glamorous pairing of a powerful music executive and a fast-rising Hollywood icon. They seemed to have it all: success, fame, and undeniable chemistry. Things took a serious turn on December 27, 1999, when Diddy and JLo were at a nightclub in Times Square with a big group, including Bad Boy Records artist Shine. They were having a great time at the VIP section, but things got intense when Diddy and Shine had a confrontation with a guy named Matthew Scar Allen, a convicted felon. What started as a heated argument quickly escalated, and then gunshots were fired. The club erupted into chaos, leaving 3 bystanders injured in the crossfire. Diddy, Shine, and JLo were all arrested shortly after the incident. Although JLo was released without facing any charges, the media pounced on the story, splashing headlines about the shooting and the couple's involvement everywhere. While Shine and Diddy were both indicted in connection to the shooting, the case against them would continue to unfold over the following months, casting a shadow over their relationship. But even with a heavy cloud of scandal looming, Diddy and JLo managed to shift the media's focus in early 2000 with a jaw-dropping red carpet moment. The following February, they attended the 42nd annual Grammy Awards together, and what happened next became pop culture history. Diddy showed up in a sleek grey and white suit, looking dapper as ever, but the world wasn't paying attention to him. They were all fixated on JLo. She stepped out in a green Versace dress that was unlike anything anyone had seen before. It defied all expectations, with a daring tropical pattern and an impossibly deep neckline that had everyone talking. At first, some critics thought JLo was just riding Diddy's coattails, but after their stunning appearance at the Grammys, it became clear that she was the one making waves. She wasn't just with Diddy, she was stealing the spotlight and changing the story. Their red carpet moment boldly declared that, despite the upcoming gun trial, they were still a strong couple. However, behind the scenes, things were intense. The legal issues facing Diddy weren't going away, and the stress of what could happen weighed heavily on him. In March 2001, the tension reached its peak as the trial verdict approached. Diddy later admitted just how terrifying it was, saying it was a scary situation. You have 12 people holding the fate of your life in their hands, but I put it in God's hands. And for Diddy, things worked out. He was acquitted of all charges. But while he walked free, Shine wasn't so lucky. The rapper took the fall for the shooting and was sentenced to nearly a decade in prison. As for Diddy, the trial wasn't the only thing unraveling in his life. A month before he was cleared of all the charges, his high-profile 2-year relationship with JLo came to an end. While neither of them explicitly blamed the trial for their breakup, it's hard to imagine the stress and media circus surrounding the shooting didn't take a toll. JLo's breakup with Diddy wasn't just about the stress of his trial or the media buzz, it boiled down to infidelity. She later admitted it was her first time with someone who wasn't loyal. Even though she never caught him cheating, she had a strong feeling about what he was doing when he didn't come home. JLo acknowledged that Diddy loved her and she loved him too, but she wasn't happy anymore. It reached a point where she often cried and felt like she was losing her mind because Diddy wasn't ready to fully commit. Despite everything, Diddy didn't want to let go of JLo. He went all out, trying to win her back by sending her 100 white doves and 100 pink balloons. He even had Luther Vandross sing for her and sent his employees to stand outside MTV's TRL with signs, all to show how much he wanted her back. But even with these big gestures, JLo wasn't convinced, and they eventually went their separate ways. After the split, Diddy went back to his ex, Kimberly Porter, for a while JLo quickly moved on and married her backup dancer, Chris Judd, in September 2001. Their marriage didn't last long, though, and they divorced in 2003. Before that even happened, JLo started dating Ben Affleck, and the benefit relationship soon became the center of attention, making them one of the most talked about couples in the early 2000s. By 2018, JLo and Diddy seemed cool with each other. Diddy even showed up at her Las Vegas show, and during the 2020 pandemic, they did a fun Instagram Live dance-a-thon for charity, which had fans excited to see them on good terms. But in 2021, after JLo got back with Ben Affleck, Diddy posted an old photo of him and JLo on Instagram, stirring up some buzz. Though he deleted it quickly, it made people wonder if he was throwing shade. Later, Diddy said he had nothing to say about her life or relationship and still considered JLo a friend. Things heated up again in 2024 with JLo's documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told. In it, she said that she'd never been in a physically abusive relationship but had been manhandled. She didn't mention any names, but many thought of Diddy. Despite all the drama, their relationship still keeps getting people talking, showing that the JLo-Diddy story never really fades away. Shortly before JLo's documentary aired, Diddy was hit with a assault lawsuit from his ex, Cassie Ventura. Despite settling out of court, the incident, along with footage of an altercation between the two, severely damaged Diddy's image. Cassie's claims were just the beginning. Over 100 people have taken legal action against him. This controversy has drastically changed how the public views Diddy and has raised questions about those close to him. Adding fuel to the fire, Suge Knight, a convicted felon and Diddy's longtime rival, suggested that the FBI found compromising videos of JLo during the raid, implying that she had lied in the 1999 gun case to protect Diddy. Knight also claimed that JLo smuggled the gun into the club that night, although no evidence has been provided to support this. Amid Diddy's arrest, an old photo surfaced showing him in bed with JLo, Alia and others at a party in 2000, raising more questions about how deep the scandal goes. JLo so far has stayed silent, but an insider revealed that she is horrified by the allegations against Diddy. The source mentioned that JLo and Diddy had even discussed marriage at one point, but she left him for some reason. People are now wondering what exactly she might have seen during their 2-year relationship. There are rumors that JLo was afraid to leave him, receiving death threats, and that she's disturbed by how long she'd stayed with him. As many questions about Diddy and JLo's relationship linger, the possibility of her testifying at his trial looms. For now, it's a far cry from the early 2000s, when their biggest scandal was a gun charge and a red carpet appearance. What seemed like a simpler time has become a much darker chapter in their lives. Now, what do you think? Do drop your thoughts in the comment section below. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with another one pretty soon.